What if I told you that one of the NFL's biggest superstars was once ignored by almost every college in America? That he didn't start a single game as a freshman, and that even on draft night he was passed up over and over again? This is not your typical rise to fame story. This is about a young man who turned every no into a reason to go harder, who went from riding the bench to breaking Randy Moss's records. And now, he's not just the face of the Minnesota Vikings. He's rewriting what it means to be a wide receiver in the NFL. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell, because this season you won't want to miss a single move Justin Jefferson makes. Now, let's rewind the tape and see how a quiet kid from Louisiana shocked the world. But the craziest part? His story is only just beginning. There's a kid who was almost overlooked by every major college. A kid who sat behind other receivers, waiting for his moment, just hoping for a shot. That kid is now one of the most electrifying players in the NFL. This is the incredible story of Justin Jefferson, and how he went from the forgotten one to the face of the Minnesota Vikings. Stick with us until the end, because what happened off the field might shock you even more than what happened on it. Don't forget to subscribe to Minnesota Vikings News and turn on the bell. You don't want to miss what's coming this season. Justin Jefferson was born on June 16, 1999, in St. Rose, Louisiana, just a few miles outside of New Orleans. Football was in his blood. His two older brothers, Jordan and Ricky, were both standout athletes, and his father, John, was a former college basketball player. But despite the athletic background, Justin wasn't an early star. In fact, going into his senior year at Jefferson High School, he was barely even recruited. No five-star status. No ESPN headlines. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the biggest. He was just solid and overlooked. When college offers started rolling in for other guys, Jefferson kept waiting and waiting. Eventually, and this is real, LSU offered him a scholarship, only after most of their top targets signed elsewhere. He was a backup plan. A plan C or D. But that didn't stop him. At LSU, Jefferson came in as a barely known two-star recruit. During his freshman year in 2017, he didn't even catch a single pass. Not one. He was buried on the depth chart, a nobody in a sea of future NFL stars. But here's the turning point. Jefferson didn't complain. He didn't transfer. He went to work. In 2018, things changed. He earned a starting job and led the team in receptions, yards, and touchdowns. But that was just a warm-up. Then came 2019, LSU's magical season. With Joe Burrow at quarterback and Jefferson in the slot, the Tigers went on a historic run. Jefferson exploded for 111 receptions, 1,540 yards, and 18 touchdowns. Against Oklahoma in the college football playoff semifinal, he scored 4 touchdowns in the first half. The kid that nobody wanted just torched one of the best defenses in the country on national TV. The NFL draft in 2020 was strange. It was all virtual, and for Justin Jefferson it was emotional. Despite his insane production at LSU, Jefferson watched 4 wide receivers go before him. Henry Ruggs, Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Reagor. The Minnesota Vikings picked at number 22, and they needed someone to replace Stefon Diggs, who had just been traded. They took a chance. And with the 22nd pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Vikings selected Justin Jefferson. On that night, Jefferson smiled, but you could tell deep down he had something to prove. Jefferson didn't just prove himself. He shattered expectations. In his rookie year, he broke Randy Moss's franchise record for receiving yards by a rookie. He set the NFL record for receiving yards by a rookie at the time, 1,400 yards. And the most incredible part? He wasn't even a starter in Week 1. His signature gritty dance became a national phenomenon. Kids in schools were doing it. NFL players were copying it. But Jefferson wasn't just flash. He was dominating cornerbacks, making impossible catches, and becoming a go-to weapon for Kirk Cousins. And then, he did it again. In 2022, he led the NFL with 1,809 receiving yards, won Offensive Player of the Year, and helped carry the Vikings to a 13-4 record. Justin Jefferson is not just the Vikings' best player. He's the face of the franchise. He's become a leader, a symbol of hope, and a reminder that stars aren't always born. Sometimes, they're made through rejection, hard work, and resilience. Off the field, he gives back to his community in Louisiana and continues to be a role model for young athletes who feel overlooked. He now has one of the biggest contracts in NFL history for a wide receiver. And yet, he still plays like he's trying to prove people wrong. The Vikings are building their future around Jefferson. And if his story tells us anything, it's that the best is still yet to come. From an overlooked recruit, to a national champion, to a record-breaking rookie, to one of the most feared players in the NFL, Justin Jefferson's story isn't just about football. It's about grit, patience, and proving the world wrong.